proclaiming our sacrifice to God, and he shall raise it up for all time. St. Jude, 1511.
Without further ado, it's time to start running!
Hello, good evening, welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl. So yes, we are back online. So we streamed earlier today for just over 5 hours on MechWarrior, but I've had such an exhausting 2 weeks with work that I need a break. I had to stop, I was just exhausted. So I've had a rest, I've had some food, and we're back on. And as I said before, the bulk of what we're going to be doing with EVE Online going forward is going to be done recorded offline and uploaded to the YouTube channel. But I wanted to play a game that was just a little bit more chill. And this game is a little bit more chill. It's not, you still have to have your head on a swivel, but it's a little bit more chill than MechWarrior. So I just wanted to come back online for a couple of hours, 3 hours or so, and progress through this free-to-play new player experience piece that we're doing with EVE Online. So yeah, I said I needed to break, and now I've come back. I'm like, do you know what? Actually, I want to play some EVE Online, just chill, continue this. I say I will be playing this offline as well, and we're continuing through. I don't know how far we're going to get with it, but we're going to keep playing it at least for now and see, like I say, see how far we get. It'd be nice to get into a cruiser, maybe even a battle cruiser, and start, get to a point where you're doing level 3 missions. That's kind of would be like at least a goal to get before I think about wrapping up the series. So that's where we are. We got a long freaking way to go to get to that point. Last time, where did we get to? Right, so we completed all of the Enforcer career missions, so that was done. So we actually have to go away and find now a level 1 security. All the skills that we had before, so some of those, the last few are still training, which was the all the Enforcer ones are done because we've not played for a bit. Wait, what's this? So next, yeah, so basically you kind of missed the intro there. So I played Mecro earlier for about 5 hours. I've had an exhausting 2 weeks, and I had to take a break. You know me, I've done like 12-hour plus streams, Satisfactory and everything, but I had to take a break. I was so tired. I've had a break. I've come back. I'm only coming on and playing for like a couple of 3 hours or so now, and I wanted to play something that was a bit more chill, a bit less intense. And so I'm still intending to play this offline, but I wanted to come on. I wanted to play some EVE Online this evening, and I thought, you know what? I'm here. I'm home alone. I'm going to play EVE Online anyway. Just turn the stream on and let's stream it. So that's why we're doing it. That's why we're doing it. It's not going to be a regular thing. In fact, tomorrow I'm thinking we're going to start No Man's Sky. So, but yeah, that's where we are. Anyway, so we've done most of the skill. We've done all the Enforcer skills. We're now doing the Bounty Hunter Mission Runner skills. The only thing we are missing some skill books. So we do need the Amarr Destroyer skill book, the Negotiation, the Infomorph Psychology, and Acceleration Control. So that's something we're going to need to do. In terms of wallet, we got 3.6 million, so we're not in a bad shape for that. But I also want to look at what other skills we've got in our skills catalogue that we can train. So, I mean, we've already got a Amarr Frigate there to 3. We could probably get that one to 4. So let's just add that to the list. You can just add it to the list, right? So, and then what else have we got? Gunnery. Right, that's going to be a big one. We're pretty good on gunnery. Let's push the small energy turret up. And then let's push control bursts, gunnery, motion prediction, rapid firing. Let's get all that up, at least to level 4, right? Surgical strike, trajectory analysis. Right, so that's all to level 4. So let's move gunnery 5 down to here. And then, because I kind of want to do it in a bit of an order where new positioning. A nice touch, if you look up an item, you can click the skill requirements and add the required skills. And looking professional. New positioning. If you mean on the right-hand side of the screen or through the camera. So the thing I did with the camera, I did a couple of things from maybe when you last saw. I removed the frame around the outside. 2 reasons. First, some people said it was distracting. 2, the issue I've got is, because of the way the frame was made, I can't resize it. And I wanted to resize the camera. The camera was very wide and it took up a lot of the screen. So I've made it much narrower to take up less of the screen because I don't have a green screen. And I've kind of like, in shrinking it down to make it so it's still not, so it doesn't go blurry and have a weird resolution, we've had to make it a little bit deeper but not too much. The other thing I've done is, at the moment, it's on the right-hand side of the screen, and the positioning of where the camera is on the screen is just dependent upon what game I'm playing, right? Because I want to obscure the least amount of information as possible. So bottom right-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner often has a lot of information. In this game, I kind of feel this location is good if you're not trying to obscure your system. So the other place I could put it is top left to try and obscure what system I'm in. But the other thing is my camera was mounted on top of my main monitor, which is quite a bit higher than me, and it was like looking down, and it gave like a weird angle. I've got a 3-monitor setup, which is 1 big screen and 2 smaller screens on the side. So my main screens are 32, and then my 2 side screens are 24s. So what I've done is I've moved the camera to the right-hand screen, and it's mounted on top of the screen, but as close to the edge of the main monitor. So it's looking more at me than down on me, which I think gives a better angle as well. Just make the camera full screen in the game. If only I loved myself that much. I do need to show off the t-shirt though. That's why I need it full screen, right? You know, because I'm always wearing some type. If you actually pay any attention to the t-shirts I wear, every t-shirt I wear is some type of film/pop culture reference. So this one here, ICS Network Television. Give you some guesses at where that's from. Anyway, so let's. What else we got here? Armor. Repair systems, yes. Mechanics and hull upgrades. So let's get these up. What else do I want to add to the list? Drones, maybe? It's running, man. He knows it. He knows. There you go. Well, I mean, if you know, so the first intro thing I play, as soon as... So I play an intro music with the intro screen, and as soon as the screen goes live, you'll hear this.
Without further ado, it's time to start running!
Which is what the game show host Killian says as he's sending people down the tube into the game zone. I'm kind of half stuck in the 80s. Like, I love 80s rock and metal. Some of the 90s as well, but I like 80s rock and metal. I love a lot of the old 80s and early 90s action movies and stuff like that. So I'm kind of stuck in my childhood. Yeah. Right, drones. Let's add some drone avionics. Do you know what? I'm going to leave drones for now. Electronic systems. No. Engineering. Cap management. Electronic upgrades. And weapon upgrades. Let's add that to the list.
Surround yourself with the faithful and stand together, for there is no strength like it under.
There we go. And I think that'll do for now. That's 67 days of training time. Okay. Right, let's go see if we can find ourselves an agent then. So if I remember, finding an agent... Actually, no. The first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to find the books that I'm missing from the... Not the career program, from the skill plan. Certified plan, right? So the mission runner one, we need to find 4 books. So we need to find the... So we need a Amarr destroyer... Right. Skill books. Spaceship Command. Amarr destroyer. Sort by price. 100 million. Jesus Christ. Who buys that shit? Do they not even look? They not even click the price sort button. Jeez. 100k for having one in station. I mean, 30k difference. Now that's something for the sake of 6 jumps or 12 jumps or whatever. And the nearest one, 2 jumps. Yeah, okay, let's buy this one. There we go. Amarr destroyer. That's fine. I can live with that. Right, the other one that we needed was infomorph psychology. What the fuck does that come under? Is that neural enhancement? Infomorph psychology. That's 1 million for an infomorph psychology book. Holy Toledo. Okay, well, it's the same price in station. Should be able to access market directly. They streamlined the hell out of it. So the only thing the only thing I didn't want to click on, I didn't want to click on that and then it just buy it, right? At a price I didn't want to pay. I always like to look at the market directly, but right, we need negotiation. Where does that come under? Again, what's negotiation? Social? Yeah, there it is. One in station 60. 4 jumps away is 13. Jesus. Why is there a negotiation book for 13k instead of 60? Okay, that's 4 jumps away, so let's buy that. And then the final book we need to buy is acceleration control. It's got to be navigation, right? 8k away in that same place. Jesus, why are the books so crazy cheap there? That's insane. Right, so we bought some books. So what we'll do here is we'll inject. Let's go to skills catalog. What I do want to do is I do want to get the Amarr destroyer up and running at least, because it's not going to take very long. So let's put you there, and let's put Amarr destroyer 2 up here as well. That means if we get a destroyer as a reward, we're ready to go. Okay, right, let's go and head to, what's that? A frigate crate. Why have we got a frigate crate there? That's 2 jumps away. Right, let's go here first and see what this frigate crate is. You mind explaining what all this means? Right, so do you mean the skills side, Curious Cabbage? So, I mean, Nex has covered it pretty good, but you have to buy skills to train. And when you train a skill, it says here that I will have Amarr destroyers to level 1 after 31 minutes. So you buy the book, you inject the book into your mind, and then you train it. Every skill has 5 levels to train. Anything that you see that is yellow in color means I need a paid account to train it. Anything else where you see a blue with a white cross in, that means I can train that right now. And if it's a red box, it means I can train it, but with a free account, but I need to buy the book. Never learned injecting books. Yeah, basically just inject it into your brain, but you still have to essentially process it. so yeah, and each level does something different. So you can see it's skill at operating Amarr destroyers. If we take Amarr frigate, right, I've got level 3 Amarr frigate. So let's just jump through here. Right. No, that's the solar system. Where are you? There you are. So if I highlight my ship and show info, so my frigate that I'm currently in gives me 10% reduction on small energy turret activation cost and 4% bonus to all armor resistances. So here in the middle is my capacitor. That's my ship's energy and power. And every time I shoot a laser gun, because I use lasers with this ship, it costs energy. So with a level 3 skill, I'm getting 30% reduction in that energy cost, and I'm getting a 12% bonus to all my armor resistances. So how much did No Man's Sky try to be this game? Not at all, I would say. I don't think it's even remotely close. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a game that's remotely like. Do you know? I tell you, the game that's trying to be the next generation of this is Star Citizen. I would say the evolution of this game would be Star Citizen, but this game was released in 2003, and it's had a lot of updates, obviously, since then, and the graphic updates have been very, very good. I mean, you're not even getting the quality that I'm seeing because you're on 1080. I'm in 4K, and even zoomed in, this ship is smooth. The graphics on this in 4K, and I'm using an OLED panel as well. Oh my god, it looks sick. All space. There's no landing on any planets.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
You can like do moon mining and all that sort of stuff, but there's no physical. Your character is just a portrait. There was a bit at one point when they were doing walking around in stations they were looking at, and it all kind of died a death, and it was like people didn't want that. People play this game to fly spaceships. You can fly everything from the smallest little frigates that I'm in now to massive, like, motherships and that have loads of these drones on and stuff like that. And there's these, like, there's battleships, there's dreadnoughts, there's all sorts of things. And a whole host of stuff in between. This game is, yeah, and I have to say, I've played quite a lot of sci-fi games. I personally think that EVE Online has some of the best ship designs in any game I've seen. A Punisher? Why have I got a Punisher here? Will that crate fit in my hold? But it doesn't. Eesh. Okay. We have a free Punisher, which we'll have to leave here for now. Maybe when I get a hauler I can come and pick that up. And you don't have to fly combat ships. So this game has this game's a complete sandbox as well. Total sandbox, right? There is NPCs, there is NPC missions and stuff, but you just play the game how you want to play it. You join corporations and alliances if you want to play with other people. You can do PvE where you fight ships and do missions, PvE missions. You can be an industrialist where you mine ore, you do refining, you can specialize in manufacture. There's a lot of gear in the game which is only available through people making it. Right, so you can dedicate your entire thousands and thousands of hours playthrough just to doing manufacturing and industry, getting blueprints and all that sort of stuff, building ships and all that sort of thing. There's a whole exploration career path where you can explore space, go into wormholes, and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Sort of like Albion, but in space. Maybe a little bit. I mean, it's certainly got that sandboxy career path element. Or you can just become a PvPer. There is HiSec, where I'm right now. That's policed and owned by the NPC factions. In fact, is there a star? There's a star map. Here's a star map. The star map is fucking massive. Right? That's the star map. I'm down here. Each one of these is a system, as you can see. Every single one of these is a system you can jump to. It's got all sorts of space stations and everything else. So you can see here at the moment, all this stuff in the middle is like, that's what you call HiSec, and it's controlled by the various empires. On the edges of this is LowSec. LowSec has no police force. So you can get attacked and killed by pirates, but your security status will go down, and you can essentially get a bounty put on your head. Everything that you see on the outside edge here, this is what they call 0-0, null-sec, or zero security status. Pirates, other players, yeah. Other players that have gone down the pirate pathway. But there's NPC pirates, but they're kind of everywhere, but player pirates in particular. Everything on the outer edge, which is in 0-0 space, or zero security space, is owned and controlled by players. And that's where you have these corporations that join vast alliances, and those alliances control this space, and they've got huge space stations and all sorts. And they end up warring with each other, and you only doesn't have to go far before you can find articles in places like PC Gamer and elsewhere where there are battles with hundreds and even thousands of players in the same system on massive fleet battles. So you can have everything from these huge fleet battles down to like a fleet of 4 ships engaging another fleet of 4 ships in some minor skirmish. And the empires basically vie for control of this space. When I played back in the day, I used to hang around this area of space. This was kind of the area that I used to be around. So, when I was in a corporation. I've not played this game properly for 17 years. I quit in 2009. And I came back a week or two ago where I was like, do you know what? I just want to play through the new player experience. I'm going to play free to play, so I've got no subscribed account or anything like that. And that's what we're doing. So the first 7 episodes are up on YouTube already. and this is the next part to that. Yeah. Right, let's go to the next space. Some people don't like it because they call it spreadsheets in space, because you don't fly the ship. You kind of give the ship orders. It's almost like you're on a bridge and you're controlling a crew and you're giving orders. So like here, I've undocked. I don't fly anywhere. I mean, I can double click on the screen and my ship will go in that direction. But I'm not physically steering it. It's not like you're not the pilot like in Ace Combat or any other type of thing where you're flying around, right? To go to a jump gate, I will right click up here and I will click jump. When you want to attack something, you lock the target, and then you have to press these buttons down here. So it's kind of like that old school MMO tab targeting, and you're just kind of giving the ship directions where to go, and then tab targeting, and then using your action buttons to do your abilities. So it's quite old school in that regard. How am I liking it now? I mean, if I'm talking about the graphics for me are night and day. Like, it's disgustingly good compared to when I left it. And when I left it, there had been already a graphic update, which was Trinity. In terms of the new player experience, this game is known for a ridiculously steep learning curve. I have felt the new player experience was brilliant. So far, I have found the new player experience good enough to get you started, but be under no illusion, this game is massively complex. Right, there are, like I say, in terms of the careers, the market, which is predominantly player driven to the point where there is an economist who works for the dev team, right? That's how important the player market is. You can spend your whole time playing the market. There are people there that fly with a freighter to one system to buy a bunch of stuff really cheap, and then fly to another system and sell it at a profit. And they're working out their ISK per hour in terms of increase by doing that. Turret tracking, angular velocity, yeah. So that's another thing. So you can have a little ship go up against a massive battleship, and the massive battleship can't hit you because you're moving so fast its turrets can't track. The flip side to that is you probably won't be able to kill it because you probably can't do enough damage to overcome its repair systems. So there's lots of things like that. The game is massive.
Docking permission requested.
Did the prior experience help? Without a doubt. I played this game a lot from 2003 to 2009. The foundations of the game are the same. The overview is the same, pretty much. The station, the fitting windows, the ships. Are the builds I used to use still worthwhile? No, they're not. The skill system is still familiar. The star map has completely changed, but the market's the same. ISK is the same. There's a lot of foundational stuff that's still the same game that's just had an enormous amount of updates. Do I recommend this game? Well, if you watch somebody play it and you have even a remote interest in this game, when a great game is free to play, I will always say try it. If you're looking at the game going, do you know what? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the game. It's freaking free. Download the client, make an account, give it a go. If you don't like it, it costs you nothing but time. So, have I been tempted to jump into my old account? Absolutely. But my old account, so the maximum amount of skill points you can have as a free-to-play is 5 million. My old account, and bear in mind, I haven't played for 17 years, my old account's 130-something million plus skill points. So 125 million of those skill points can't be used. All the ships that are currently in my hangar, I can't use. All of the gear on my ships in my hangar, I can't use. Unless I pay for a subscription. Have I been tempted? Yes. The flip side to that is, if I am tempted to go onto my old account, then I'm going to have to pay the subscription. And you know what? I don't currently know what the subscription is. Right, let's inject and inject. What is the subscription? So this is basically this is it. So if you subscribe to an Omega account, there you go. What do you get? So you get access to all the skills in the game. You get double the training speed. So right now, if I train a skill, it takes like an hour. If I have a paid account, it takes 30 minutes. You can have multiple accounts to log in. You get access to all the ships. You get doubled on daily login rewards. You get to do planetary industry. There's reduced taxes. You can do all missions. So right now I can only do up to level 3 missions. If you have a paid account, you can do up to level 5. I think level 5 is still the highest. More contracts available. There are skins in the game for ships. ISK is the in-game credits which you get by playing the game. You don't pay money for ISK. So if you can make enough ISK, you can buy this in-game premium currency called Plex, and you can use that in-game currency to buy enough Plex, and then you can use that Plex to buy yourself a month of game time. But you're not going to be doing that as a new player. You're not even going to be remotely close to having enough money to do that as a new player. So the old school players could, but you've got to play a lot. You still got to play a lot to be able to do that. So in reality, okay, $25 a month, which I think's a touch high. Not gonna lie. Right, I need to find a level 1 security agent. So we go to the agency, if I remember. Right, we need to find mission agents, security agents, because we want to do combat missions. I need level 1 agents. And I want it with the Amarr Navy. So it's Amarr Empire. Okay, yeah, Amarr Empire. So there. And I want it with Amarr Navy.
Always must we strive to show him our worth, for we are the chosen.
Heshuma Usa, Amarr Navy. One jump away. Highest security space there is. So let's check that out. That's where we're going. So we set destination. You could pay till you're at a point of being able to play for it. You could play until you're at a point. I mean, you could play. I know what you're saying. So you could play the game until you've got enough money to buy enough Plex to get 1 month for free. But then it will take you months and months. And the problem is, like my current main account. Okay, so you get 1 month of paid subscription where you can get stuff that you can't get on a free-to-play account, but you'll never make enough money on that paid subscription account for a month to get another month until you're much further and deeper into the game. And for all of the time that you're not paid, you'll lose access to that stuff you gained during that month of paying. So you're kind of locked in where if you do pay for 1 month and you start getting ships and skills that you couldn't before, as soon as you stop paying, you can't use those. Would my account be able to do it? What, right now? My main account or this one? Oh, my main account could do it. My main account's currently... So bearing in mind, I've got 4 old main characters on 4 separate accounts. And across all of those characters, I've probably got 150 billion in ISK and assets. At least.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Can I transfer between? I can transfer any asset or amount of ISK between, because what I did is, before I quit the game, I created my own corporation which is a guild essentially, or clan in the game. And I moved all my characters into that corporation. And so I have a main corporation wallet, which I can put all the ISK into one place, which can be used. I can do it in-game trade. The only thing I can't do free to play right now is I can't log on to 2 accounts at the same time. But if I had paid accounts, then I could log on to both at the same time. Can you sell your stuff for actual money? No. You can't sell your stuff and get physical dollars for it. The stuff in game has a real money value because you can buy Plex for real money. You can sell the Plex for in-game currency, but you can't ever turn ISK or Plex back into dollars. No. Not in this game. Not unless you're risking your account getting banned. Level 1 event. What's a level 1 event security? Level 1 Hashem. So that was who. What's event security? I don't know what that is. Let's do this one. Right, let's do a mission so you can actually see how it goes. I need to empty my ship's cargo bay as well. Right. Back in the ship. Okay, cool. Right, so the ship's cargo bay is empty. This is our first mission, which is a rogue drone harassment. So against drones, location is Eber, which is a 0.9, so it's high security space, so we're going to be safe. We get that reward, 60,000 ISK. We get 68 loyalty points with Amarr Navy. And we'll get a bonus of 57,000 ISK if we complete it within 3 hours and 2 minutes. Sounds good to me. Right, let's go then. Right, close and undock. Star Citizen, yep. Okay, set destination, and off we go to Eber.
Warp drive active.
So we've currently got 4 small focus modal pulse laser 1s with a variety of crystals. We've got our afterburner, Weber. We've got an armor repairer. We've got a heat sink for extra damage. Tracking enhancer for our turrets. Resistances across the board, multi-spectrum resistances. And then we've got a damage control, which is also going to help us with resistances. So we've got some survivability. You know, someone that played Eve when Star Citizen was first proposed, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. This is going to, you know, I was falling out of favor with Eve, and you know, I was like, this could be my next Eve. And yeah, you kind of seen where it is now, and while it's technically not a scam, I mean, I hate the way that you're buying ships with real money. I think that's just crazy. All right, activate the gate. There we go.
Warp drive active.
What I haven't seen is, I was kind of like, is there any pay to win in this game now? I haven't seen any. Right, so let's orbit that like so. What's our current range? 6K. Standard is 10K. Need some microwave on that. Nice. Okay, 10k we can go to standard. Okay, and now we can go to multi-frequency. No, I locked the wrong target. I locked a wreck. Don't lock the wreck. Unlock the wreck. Oh, now they're going at range to me again. Damn you. There we go. Yeah, be under no illusion, EVE Online is complex to play and incredibly hard to master. But the flip side to that is there is so much resource out there that there's no doubt there will be somewhere that tells you how to do something. Oh, fuck, he's gone out of range. We're right on the edge of our range at the minute. Let's slow down a little bit. Maybe they'll catch up. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to go and orbit him at 5k. Let's stop this. Switch out to standard. Go back up on speed. So far, so good. Just trying to get used to this again, because I haven't played a game, like I say, I haven't played a game like this in a very, very long time. I used to know all these ranges and everything, like, straight away, so I'd know what range this crystal is and that crystal is for this particular weapon and that particular weapon, but I don't know it anymore. Yeah, one of the key things with your turret tracking is you'll see velocity and then your angular velocity here. And keeping that number high is what stops bigger guns targeting you. And this particular ship, so I'm playing what's called Amarr, which is a faction. And this is an Amarr ship. And Amarr ships are known for using lasers and their strength of their armor and armor repair. So I can lose all of this outer ring, which is shield, and not care. And I try and contain the damage with my armor. You can play a faction called Caldari, and they use hybrid turrets like railguns and missiles. But their thing is shields, so they will contain the damage on the outer ring. If they go into the second ring, then they're in trouble. So there's a lot of differences between the factions as well. Real men hull tank. Well, next, I mean, you need some balls of steel to be hull tanking, and it also depends on what ship you're going to hull tank in, right? And also how many skills you've got. I mean, my main was always was Amarr, so I kind of like the first character I had was Amarr. Like I had 4 main characters and 4 accounts, and I had one of each faction. So I had a main Amarr, main Galente, main Caldari, main Minmatar, But my first was Amarr, and I've always had a soft spot for Amarr. And I'll never forget the days of when I was in an Armageddon with 7 heatsink 2s stacked in the low slots with mega pulse lasers sitting by a gate, and you could just absolutely rip people apart. It was disgusting. But of course you can't do that anymore because they put stacking penalties in. So you can't have too many heat sinks before the stacking penalty becomes not worth it. But yeah, the days when you had like 7 heatsink 2s, oh. I mean, it was all damage. There was no saving yourself. But man alive, the damage you could put out was just ridiculous. In the days when level 4 missions were considered hard and you'd go in with like an apocalypse and you'd have a dual armor rep loadout for the tanking, doing like the blockade or angel extravaganza bonus room and stuff like that. My understanding today is all of that's considered piece of piss easy. But, you know, this game's been out since 2003. If things didn't change, it would die because it would become stale. So things definitely shouldn't stay the same. So far, Little Punisher is doing a good job. We're getting some good speed out of it. The damage is pretty solid so far. I mean, we're only up against, like, piss-easy enemies, right? But it's doing the job. We got a Amarr Destroyer to level 1. So I kind of wanted to get that done and get that training, because then if we do end up with a destroyer as a reward for anything, or we come across a destroyer, then we'll at least have a skill to use it. I always did kind of want an EVE Online game that was single player, like a single player campaign type thing, where I could actually fly the ships. I always kind of felt that would have been awesome. Like I said, I love the... for me, this reminds me a lot of Mech Warrior in terms of the fitting of the ships. You know, you're configuring everything on the ship a bit like you do in a battle mech. And the whole point of... you know, that kind of fitting and configuration on a ship, you could do like a Battletech, more Mech Warrior style game, where you get to, you know, get hold of ships and do all that type of thing. Maybe even some sort of story around it or whatever, but... Or even like we're doing in Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries right now, that would have been quite cool. But yeah, the ability to physically pilot it, I think, would have been awesome. A lot of people don't like that, but I always thought that would have been cool.
Warp drive active.
But not as a PvP thing, just as a standalone, you know. Coercer and a Dragoon. Drones and neutralizers. Okay, so that's the energy turret. The Coercer is still the energy turret one. Okay, good. I really love what they've done with these little opportunity thing for the missions here. That's really nice. Not having to go back into the conversation the whole time. They've just got a thing here. You know, dock, undock, warp to, jump, like set destination, all of that in the actual mission thing. That's really cool. I have to say they've added a huge amount of quality of life stuff that I think a lot of players in the game probably don't appreciate if they've been playing it all the way through. But for someone that's not been playing it for so many years and then coming back and you see how much quality of life is in the game, it's like, my God, this is night and day.
Docking request accepted.
Okay, so that's our first level 1 mission done. Cool. Right, let's close that a second. So there's our ISK. We can see, right, we've got what we're currently sat on. We're currently sat on 2.6 million. And we've got our first set of loyalty points for the Amarr Navy. It's pretty cool. And then we've got these career program rewards. So, okay, claim all. What did we get? I have to say, so many rewards as a new player. That's the air overclock thing. What's the overclock thing do? +5 max velocity. Okay. Acceleration control and negotiation. Huh. I actually bought those books and we've now been given them. Well, fuck me. Glad I spent the money. Right, so what I need to do... No, where is it? This is where it gets confusing. There's so many bloody menus now. I'm like, what's doing what? Got to try and learn where it is all again. Right, so we're going to track that one. Okay, and then we've got opportunities, and then we've got rewards here, claim. So we just got 1 million out of that. So there's so many things in this game. The only problem is they're in so many different menus. I really wish there was kind of like where you kind of get all these, you know, rewards to claim. I wish there was just like one screen where everything you could claim was just in that one screen. Whereas here, you've got to go to like 5 different screens to claim all your rewards. You get a lot of free skill books. I noticed we just got 10,000 skill points. So what I can do is do apply skill points, 10,000, and do this. There we go. We just got Amarr Destroyer 2 and Connections 2. Cool. Ship tree, 1 unseen item. What's that? View. Navy Destroyer. Coercer Navy, okay. So yeah, that's the only thing is that there's like... Hang on. ISK, there we go. 3.7 million. So you're definitely given a lot of stuff, but it's hidden in like all these different screens. And I know they highlight it, but I kind of feel like there should just be like a... When you get these stuff, these rewards, there should be like a, collect reward screen or something. Maybe that's just me being a bit too QOL. There's probably a reason for it. Right, Gone Berserk. Accept. Close. Undock. Off we go. The inside of stations now, it looks amazing. And the other thing that I definitely feel like, and like I say, I just could be rose-tinted glasses, could be anything, but I definitely feel like the scale of the stations has changed. I seem to remember always thinking that the ship looked quite big for the station it was going into. And now it looks like there's been a scale change between the size of stations and the actual ship. But I say that could be me just, you know, rose tinted glass type thing, but I don't know. Definitely feels like there's been a scale change. Just used to running battleships. I don't know. I probably not, because I only used battleships for level 4 mission running. I was not a battleship fan. Like, I did some gate camps and it was fun in the old days with the Armageddon, but my favourite ship types are like interceptors, interdictors, assault frigates, like running a wolf with artillery, or, you know, say interceptors like the Crow or anything like that. I mean, that was my favourite ships were little ships. Heavy assault cruisers were the largest ships I used to like to run in combat. Until I was doing like fleet command stuff where you were in a fleet command ship, but that wasn't really what I enjoyed doing. I enjoyed being in interceptors and stuff like that. The Geddon is a drone ship now? No fucking way. What? Really? I'm going to have to check that out, because that will break my heart. I know that Amarr had, like, drone ships. But the Armageddon was, like, it was a firepower monster with not much tank. That was the point of it. A drone ship. Better not be. That. Go to this one. Switch out for some standard. Oh my god. NOS/drone with get shield extender. What? A shield extender bonus? What the fuck? On a Geddon? APOC is the laser boat now, and Abaddon is the tank. I'm gonna have to check that out. I mean, the APOC was that was the tank. That thing was a beast with a tank. Okay, let's get some transversal up. We've got a lot of enemies around. Okay. Go check the tree. I'm going to check it. Pure Geddon is like a pure assault PvP battleship now, useless in missions. What, so you can't even do sentry drones in missions with it? If it's a drone boat? I suppose with the NOS bonus doesn't really make sense to do so. I mean, you can still use NOS in missions, but it's not like you wouldn't do it. Loot a go-go. Is that rolled tungsten? That used to be the thing to get, rolled tungsten. That was back when named modules probably had value. Probably doesn't have much tank. No turret damage upgrades. Yeah. Looks like all battleships now get a roll bonus of 100% shield extended, 50% armor extender, and 5% bulkhead. Really? So it's about HP boosting? Is that because in PvP they kind of get a bit useless with the fact that you get primaried? I mean, extra bit of HP ain't going to stop you getting destroyed when you get primaried. Just get deleted. I don't know, we'll have to check it out, man. I'm going to have to check it out. Though I'm guessing the Raven / Golem / Navy Raven is still one of the big choices for missions, along with, what, a Macarial, maybe? Are those the big mission running ships still? For those that like to go big, they go with the Macarial and stuff, but... Hey, we nearly looted everything. Yep, last one. Cool. Now let's get out of here.
Warp drive active.
How different the warp gates look as well. Holy crap. So tell me next, how much have you got back into this game? How much has watching me play it cost you in getting back into this game? Rattlesnake is a big one. 275 bonus to heavy and sentry zone damage. That's if you want a drone boat, man. I was never... I mean, you can do it. I was never that big into drone boats, though. Like, you know, back in the day, I'd be like in a Megatron or a Tempest or a Raven or whatever, you know. Right. 2 missions done. Cool. So we're progressing our air career program. Oh, we got an unclaimed reward. More ISK. They give you a lot of shit, don't they? Up to 4 million. Christ. Right. Ships. Battleships. Standard. Amarr. Armageddon. They even talk about it. Look, once a juggernaut that steamrolled its way into battle, i.e. with 8 megapulse lasers going ham. Drone hit point. Energy NOS or newts. Roll bonus. Huh. Armageddon's average 168 million? Fuck me, that's inflation. I remember when they used to be like 70 something million? And the APOCs were like 120, 130 million? Fuck me. Apocalypse. %, large energy turret optimal range. I mean, that's good because megapulse lasers don't go that far. And DPS, they used to be better DPS than tachyons and stuff like that. Energy turret activation. Cap. 5% damage. An APOC is not much more expensive than an Armageddon now. Wow. Right, an Abaddon. Huh, that only gets 2 bonuses, whereas all the others get 3, is that right? Yeah, everything else gets 3, but the Abaddon only gets 2. Huh. Why is that? 7.5% bonus to large energy turret damage, 4% bonus to armor resist. Cheaper than an APOC. How times have changed. Holy shit. I mean, this was brand new when I was leaving the game. So it's still pretty new. Actually, I don't know, when did Abaddons come in? I don't remember when they came into the game, but I still remember them being fairly new. So you did get an Omega account then next. Anything with a res bonus only gets 2. Really? Huh. Ooh, Sancha. Sancha's Nation. Interesting. I mean, I only ever remember ships having 2, so having 3 is kind of new to me, but interesting that anything with a resistance bonus. Okay, walk to location.
Warp drive active.
That is one bright sun. Holy shit. I still just can't get over how gorgeous the game looks. Like I say, I know you're not kind of seeing that on... I mean, even on YouTube, you're getting it at 1440, whereas I'm actually playing it in 4K. I just can't stream in 4K, right? So I'm playing it in 4K. And on the OLED panel, with the depth of color and the blacks in particular, it looks freaking amazing. I mean, space games always do look great on OLED panels when they've got great graphics because of the depth of the blacks in particular. A Cerberus is 158 million. What's a Zealot? I used to like the Zealot. Was that it? Apparently so. That was the easiest mission known to man. Holy fuck.
Warp drive active.
A Zealot and a Malediction. It was a Malediction. I can't even bloody remember half the ships now. What was it? Pretty sure. Frigates, advanced frigates, interceptors, Amarr. Yeah, Malediction. 20 million for Malediction. So, Crusader, 19. Okay. What about assault frigates? Retributions at 25. That doesn't seem to have changed much. 159 for a Zealot. Seems a lot compared to what I remember it being at. Clearly, there has been quite a lot of inflation in the game. In some areas. I don't remember the interceptors and the assault frigs seem about what they were before. You know, I'm trying to remember 17 years ago, so like I could be talking absolute bullshit.
Docking permission requested.
A lot's happened in 17 years. There's a lot that's gone on in my mind, so trying to remember the price of ships 17 years ago, it's not easy. I'm going by gut feel. Two months of training. That's not bad. When you think about it, I mean... Worlds collide. This site contains special ship restrictions. Okay. You may use your Punisher. Corvette, frigate, Navy frigate, interceptor, assault frig, covert. So destroyers and frigates only then. I'm gonna go in my shuttle. Okay, here we go. In fact, let's empty my cargo bay, shall we?
Public sentencing for all heretics. Witness the righteous justice of the only true path. The Lord sent forth the chosen to bring forth the light of faith.
There we go.
Those who embrace his love shall be saved by his grace. Book of Reclaiming 445.
We got here unclaimed rewards. Jesus. Come back to that.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, some of the names have changed as well, because I remember this being something like an energized adaptive membrane. I'm sure that's what the old one was. EANM. Energized adaptive nano membrane or something. And now it's a compact multispectrum thing.
Warp drive active.
So how far have you got then with your Kaldari character? Gisty or Senti? Let's go kill you. Like, has this become your main game now, Nex? Have you kind of finally got tired of your 6,000 hours of Satisfactory? Okay. So we're gonna take these. I mean, we're after money, so I might as well just kill everything, right? Cruiser level right now, honestly, been sitting in and out of the new mining destroyers. Level 1 missions aren't paying out anywhere near what high-sec minerals are paying out. Interesting. So you think early on for a new player mining earns more than security missions. So if you're a new player coming into the game and you need to earn money to get new ships and all that sort of stuff, you think mining is better value, is better ISK per hour. Actually, that's the gate. Let's do the gate to the cartel base, and then we can. If I remember, Worlds Collide, you can go all the way through one and then come back and go all the way through the other, right? Is that right?
Warp drive active.
Okay. %. I don't even know what the Pioneer is. The Pioneer is only 5 to 6 mil, fully kitted, and has an 8k ore hold. So is that an actual mining barge, or like what is that? Never heard of a Pioneer. I don't even know what that is. Interesting that mining is the best ISK per hour in the beginning of the game. So mining, is that, so as a mining destroyer, is that faction specific or is that a faction generic? Can hold 8 drones, so you get mining drones with it as well. It's generic, and it's... Oh, it's an ore ship like the barges. Ah, okay. You can run 4 mining and 4 light combat drones. And is that just mining Feldspar and Scordite? There's a lot of folks in this mission. Pretty much. Wow. And are you just selling the raw ore, or are you melting it? Are you refining it down? Because I'm guessing you don't have much. In terms of, I don't know what skills you've put into, but I don't know how you've got in terms of the ore refining. Have you teched into that so that you're refining it into trit and stuff? I guess if you've gone down the Omega pathway, then you're already doing double the training speed that I've got, so. Trit's going for 3.8 and pyrite for 18. Okay. So then you must be refining it, right? Bit of research into refining, but not much. But even with very little research into refining, it's still more efficient to refine it and sell the minerals as opposed to sell the raw ore.
Overdrive active.
Interesting. I always used to think that it was better to sell the raw ore if you didn't have the refining, but clearly not. Interesting. That is interesting. .5 mil per hour. So again, then the flip side to that would be you're not doing mining missions, right? So you're not improving your reputation with any organization. Because one of the reasons I like doing the security missions is you do so many, then you get a storyline mission or a special storyline mission, which then massively boosts your rep. I mean, getting reputation might not you know, be important for you. But
Warp drive
okay.
active.
So even if you were doing that even if you were doing the mining to earn the money, you still won't be able to do like level 3, level 4 missions because you won't have the rep to get those agents. So that's something to think about, is if a new player's coming in and they want to get to the point of level 3, level 4 agents, still going to need to get their rep up to be able to do that, even if they've got the ships. Just mining till you can get a fully kitted Caracal and Noctis for salvage. But you're not going to want to take a Caracal into level 1s, right? Because I suppose you could. It would be overkill in terms of tank. I suppose you could fit it out with light missiles. Would have thought a destroyer would have been more efficient, but level 2s, I guess you probably at that point maybe into a cruiser. If I remember, it was like level 1s was like frigate, destroyer being the upper end. You could take destroyers into some level 2s, but cruisers into the more difficult ones, and then battle cruisers into level 3s. I don't know if that's still the same or not. You have level 2s available. Ah, okay. Rocket Corax rip through the level 1s fast. Yeah, I mean, destroyers should go through level 1s pretty crazy. And of course, with rockets and missiles, you don't have the turret tracking issues. And you can choose damage type, which also is good if you know your damage types. Micro warp drive Corax and rockets. Dark Ivan's on board. Hey, dude, how you doing? Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good evening. Just doing a few missions. Doing some Worlds Collide right now. Use the free cormorant for salvaging. It's got the turret slots, right? So level 1 worlds, absolutely. Level 1 Worlds Collide. I mean, it's not difficult, it's just everything's so bloody far away from each other. You remember those days. everything's just so spread out. Like, you got to go like this 100 kilometers away, and I've got like lasers that go like 5k. 17 years ago, you remember those days? Thanks. That's when I quit the game.
Warp drive active.
An alarm has gone off. Micro warp drive that sucker. It could, but I like to keep my transversal up like really high all the time, but by keeping the afterburner on all the time. And I can continually do that and not run out of cap, because I've got it to cap stable. I didn't quit, so I won at Eve. I'm still going. Yeah. I'm enjoying the game. Coming back, I found the new player experience was fun. It's well explained. The quality of life is good. The UI improvements are definitely way better than they used to be. You know, I mean, if they put the old Eve jukebox in, I'd probably have to subscribe. Because that was the biggest crime ever, was when they took that out. I don't use the Weber much now, I agree, but if I remember, there are some frigates, even in the early missions, where a Weber is really useful. Or if you're getting tracking disrupted. Because bearing in mind, I'm not using missiles. You missed the music, man. That old... I mean, when was it? When did they remove the jukebox? 2006? I was still playing when they took it out of the game. Maybe it was 2006? Eve Radio. Yeah, it was Eve Radio. For me, I used to love the jukebox with the old classic songs, music in it. The hours I spent mining just listening to that music over and over and over.
Warp drive active.
So yes, there is the audio option. Override dynamic music with classic Eve music. I don't hear it. Like, I'm not hearing that music at all. So I don't know where it is. It doesn't seem... it's not like it was.
Warp drive active.
Oh, that's because my music level's down. I still don't hear any music. But Eve Jukebox, you could actually configure the playlist and everything. Well, there's some music now. You could actually configure your playlists and everything in the jukebox. It was amazing. Like, that old Eve music, that old classic Eve music, would be amazing as a boombox tape in Satisfactory, and I think that the Eve music would be perfect in Satisfactory. Just like the Deep Rock Galactic stuff is.
drive active.
I need that mod for Satisfactory because the old classic Eve music is free as far as I'm aware. I think it's even free of DCMA. I think.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Complete mission. There we go. 102 loyalty points. Look at that. Up to 4.5 million now. Man, they keep chucking stuff at you, don't they? What have we got now? We've picked up some new stuff. Right, let's... They give you a lot of shit. There's no doubt about it. Enforcer Frigate Skill Crate. Minmatar Frigate. I mean, I can inject it.
Faith is your armor and fluid. The enemy will find no breach. Amarr scored 10-3.
Yeah, they give you a lot of stuff. I mean, and you know, up to 4.6 million. Ashi.varga.dev jukebox. What's that link? Next. You know, Warp to the Dance Floor doesn't get hit with copyright claims. What's the Asteroids one? What was it Below the Asteroids or something? That was the one I think that I used to like a lot. Below the Asteroids. I think it was that one. It's all the old songs. I thought there was a CCP uploaded it somewhere to some official place. I thought that was the case. I could be misremembering. Smuggler interception. Okay, let's do it. How's my standings? So I'm 0.94 to the Amarr Navy. Okay. So it is the Eve jukebox. Interesting. Because I think there was wasn't there like 70 odd songs as well? Or something? Or 70 odd tracks, I should say. They weren't actually songs.
Warp drive active.
Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
"67 tracks. Oh. You're about to cry. You thought this was lost. There you go, my friend. Some absolute nostalgia for you.
Warp drive active.
You'll go to bed tonight with that music playing. We got some destroyers in this one. And a couple of haulers. Actually, then let's make sure that we orbit the hauler, because I'm going to kill that last. There we go, a bit more music. Thank you, Nex. Nex is a legend, my friend. There you go. So CCP did upload it. Yeah, SoundCloud. So it's on SoundCloud as well. I thought they uploaded it somewhere. This is a bit cheeky, isn't it? Holy shit. Why do they keep flying out of range of my guns? This is a fucking cheeky... Jesus Christ. It's the destroyers. Flying out of my fucking range. And they've done it again. Fuckers. Every time I get a target, they like go out of range. Just need to get some of the ships down, get the damage down, and we'll be alright. See, done it again. And I'm just orbiting this one thing. You know what? I'm going to switch to X-ray. Should give me a touch more range. Why are we no longer... Where are we going? The fuck? One thing with the old energy crystals, gotta play those ranges. At least the build's holding up. We didn't play it very well. Like, we completely messed up with the ranges and ships going in and out and all that sort of stuff. Because I was trying to use the haulers as like an anchor point to orbit while taking everything else out. But by doing that, the ships just seemed to just keep going out of range when I was using the multi-frequency. So I didn't play it very well. It didn't work very well. Because the haulers seem to be drifting away from the main ships as well, which is interesting. You got it. There's one. Militants. Well, it was a bit dicey there for a little bit. We got down to half armor, but we our tank held, and we learned a little bit about we need to be a little bit more careful when we're using the lasers with this frigate because the range is small. Cool. Another one done. So the aim here is to try and get to level 2 agents. We also need to get enough for a destroyer. I think at some point we get given a free one. I haven't seen one yet. This will be... So now we'll have 5 level 1 security missions complete. So that's on the career program. Get that done.
Docking permission requested.
Combat.
Docking
Bounties.
request accepted.
Loyalty points. Interesting. Alright, there we go. Conversation complete. Very nice. Nearly at 5 million. We got some more of this. Another 37,000. Reward to go. Request mission. I mean, how much... So, it's interesting. You were saying that per hour. So... Can we see overview? Is there anywhere on here where I can actually see my ISK per hour, the ISK over the last hour or anything? It just shows 30 days. It doesn't say like the last hour. I mean, I guess we can look from here, right? So... What is it now? So from 0020, so from here. So 3.7 to 4.9. So we've done 1.2 million in an hour doing security missions. Soft drink wars. 1.2 million in an hour is not bad. I mean, that's obviously with all of the the prize money and stuff that we've been getting. I guess you're not going to get that all the time. In fact, does any of that include the reward thing? I don't think it does. No, so that's just bounties and mission bonuses and stuff with some of the Air Career Program awards. Yeah, because I didn't include the daily goal thing that we got, where we got the crazy amount from, which was the nearly 1 million.
Warp drive active.
That was nice and easy. Take those metal scraps, just what I always wanted. But I guess, of course, that 1.2 million hours pure ISK and doesn't take into account any loot that we've got. I don't know how much we've got in our item hanger of loot that we can sell as well, because that's going to add to your ISK income per hour.
Warp drive active.
Alright, let's go. We've got Kestrel out there. Damn missile spammers. Get out of here. Excellent. That was easy enough. Imperial Navy Midshipman insignia. Okay. Blood Raider standings decreased. At least the physics interaction with the large collidables is so much better. I remember spending so much time stuck on those things. Okay, let's head back. Now that we've got the Quaif Unleashed formula. Soft drink wars sounds like something going on in the US. Like that new Pepsi drink. It's got Viagra in it. Heard about the new Pepsi drink? It's got Viagra in it. It's called Mountain Dew.
Drive active.
Okay. Close to 5 mil. 4.9, yeah, we're close to 5 mil. That's great.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
There we go, excellent. Complete the mission. Cool. Request a mission. Ooh, 1 of 5. Let's do it. That's right, let's empty our cargo hold. Yes, we've got nearly another million. Well, we've got 700k right now in loot as well. Oh, level 2 security's open? Can't do it in with the ship I've got, but we've got level 2. It says level 2 security missions available. How much does a cruiser cost? I mean, I'd need the cruiser skill, but how much does a cruiser cost? Thing is, I'm going to need, like, not... So I'm going to need the cruiser skill. I'm going to need medium energy turrets. And the actual ship itself. Cruisers. Standard. Amarr. What do we even go in? What do we even, like... we'll have to look at the things. So, a mauler... So, a mauler would be the one. So, that's like 12.7 million. Mauler? Mauler. It's a mauler. And Omen's 11.3. See, an Omen's good for, like, damage. That's the remote armor rapper one. That's the drone and weapon disruptor, okay. So a mallet and an Omen. I mean, an Omen would be a good place to start, I think. It's got that turret rate of fire as well, if you want to put the damage out. So I'm going to need like 12 million just to buy the ship. It's probably going to cost me another 5 million to equip it. And then I need skill books. So what's a cruiser skill book look like? Skills, spaceship command. Amarr cruiser is 1 million. And then gunnery. Medium energy turret is 125. So I need about 21-ish million. What are we doing here? Gauge any hostiles. Encounter hostiles, I'll vaporize hostiles. For those that know the movie. Yeah, 21 million. That's going to take us some. That's going to take some time. That's not going to be quick. Because if we assume 1 million an hour, like I think we're doing more than that, but let's assume worst case you're doing 1 million an hour. $20 hours to get to a cruiser. Megatar followed on Twitch. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope I'm worth it. Hope you're enjoying the show as we're going through a new player experience on EVE Online. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. It's a completely unmonetized channel. You'll see no ads, no sponsorships, nothing else on this channel. We do this for fun. Cool. Let's get that bit of loot. Set destination. We got unclaimed rewards. Give me that. That. Perfect. Jump.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, we're not partnered on Twitch. We're not partnered on YouTube. There's no adverts on either. There's no sponsored products on either. It's all about the games. Playing the games, talking about games, discussing games. That's what we like to do. It's my hobby. Amarr Navy Logistics Support. Okay, cool. Let's go home and see what our rewards we've got are.
Docking permission
Got a couple of
requested.
rewards
Docking
in here.
request accepted.
So we've got this one. So another bundle, reward bundle. And
Always
another 500,000
for we are the chosen.
for destroying non-capsuleers.
Praise exaltation to the faithful.
Huh. Jesus, if you can do all of the air daily goals, if you can get to that milestone, third milestone gives you 8 million credits.
We are his shepherds in the darkness,
How long do you have to do that?
reclaiming 45.
Where do I see how this works? Ah, here, there you go. Monthly track expires in 11 days. Interesting. So you can do it every day. I mean, that's a good way to get money, but I mean, you need to get that far, right? So you're going to need some regular play, but I mean, 8 million at my level is like, geez, that's a godsend. Right, what have we just picked up? Where is this thing? Now we've got an air rapture booster. Okay. Next. Complete mission. Thank you very much. So we're over 5 million. We've got 5.5 million now. Nice. So, yeah, we're quarter of the way where we need to be. Travel time is the killer for T1 missions as far as making money. Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, I get what you mean. There is that travel between missions. But to be honest, all the missions I've done are either in the same system or one jump away. So I've not had to go further than one jump. I mean, if you're doing your mining, how long does it take to fill your cargo hold? And have you gone with cargo extenders, or have you gone with mining laser upgrades? Destroy the Galente broadcast tower. Okay. "15 minutes to fill a cargo hold." I'll definitely have to give it a go. Laser upgrades can't extend the ore cargoes. Ah. So has it got a dedicated cargo hold just for ore? Or is it just a generic cargo hold? Like, how does that work? I haven't seen that ship. What's that ship called again? A Pioneer, you said. Ships. Mining. Does it come under a mining barge? No, it doesn't. It's not an exhumer. Said it was a destroyer. Ah, there we go. Or pioneer. There you go. 5,000. Oh no. Mining hold capacity 8,000. And you get 20% bonus mining range, 10% bonus mining yield, and 5% gas cloud scoop. Roll bonus, 50% mining yield. And it's going for around about 3.6, 3.7 million. So, Spaceship Command. Mining Destroyer. So, skill book's 100k, so it's not a lot. Interesting. Just use a search at the top. That would be the easy way. You're not wrong. I guess I kind of like to make things difficult for myself. When you create your character, did you choose Industrialist or did you choose Enforcer? It'd be interesting to have another character play through, like new player experience, where you choose Industrialist and see what that's like. We will take this thing down. So you did choose Enforcer. Do you get a bunch of different skills given to you, like when you choose that? Because I know you get, obviously you start with a bunch of skills. Do you get a bunch of different ones if you choose Industrialist? I guess you must, right? Do Abyssals and you can get that 21 mil fast. I didn't even know what Abyssals are. Starter ship is 3.7 mil. What's an Abyssal? It's a timed event where you kill NPC and loot the can before timer runs out. If timer runs out, you die. Okay. You think that's a good way forward for a new player? New players can't do Abyssals though, not very well anyway. Well, the only thing that would concern me is like that whole point of don't fly what you can't afford to lose, and like these security level 1 missions aren't difficult. Like I'm not afraid of losing my ship in this, but in an Abyssal, if I timer run out and I die, that would concern me a little bit as a new player that can't afford to keep replacing my ships.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Always must we strive to show them our
Okay, accept that one.
chosen, blessed above.
If you want to try, let me know. You will buy it. Yeah, no worries. I kind of want to play it through this way as like a new player experience thing. So, I mean, Abyssals is on the Enforcer career path. I did see that. On the career program, there is there's a requirement to do Abyssals here. You do 4 Abyssals. Tier 0. I don't even know how to find them. So enter 1. Complete 1. Complete 5. And kill 30 Triglavian enemies. So it is on the career program for the Enforcer. You have to buy a filament. And what, that filament takes you to the Abyssal? Like 10k each for a tier 0. And what sort of ship are you taking into that? Into a tier 0 Abyssal? Is that like a destroyer or something? And you have to remember that, like, my gunnery skills suck and everything else. Like, we haven't got...
Warp drive active.
Maybe I'll have to look up Abyssals. After I finish the stream tonight, I might look up Abyssals and see what they look like. Be interesting to try one on stream. I won't do it tonight, but I'll look into it. I'll look into it. So it's frigates. So it's just a frig. Okay. Hey, I'm always willing to listen to advice. I say, given it's Eve and like when you die you lose your shit, I want to have I'll do a bit of research on it because I don't know anything about Abyssals, but you can take more than one type in there. Okay. Yeah, I will, after this stream, I'll have a look. I'll have a look at them, see what it's about. Activate the gate. Abyssals are how you made your first 2 billion? Jesus. I'm not planning on getting that far. I'm free to play as well, so... Now what? What are we doing now? Approach the battleship. Do not fire on the battleship in big capital letters. Roger that. That Dominic's. It is, isn't it? Well, that was the quickest mission known to man.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, always willing to look out new ways. I mean, there's obviously so many different pathways that you can go in Eve. You know, I'm doing the security guard next, doing the mining. You're suggesting the Abyssal route, so... But given that the Abyssal's in the Enforcer career path thing. It's definitely something I want to try.
Warp drive active.
So here's the thing. So you do an abyssal, you buy this filament thing, and somehow that filament thing takes you to the location. Is that location specific to you?
Docking permission
Or
requested.
are other people in there? Or can other people be in there?
Accepted.
So is there risks of buying the filament and going to a place that's already been done? Or is it like missions where it's specific to you and your filament? Yes, it's an instant just for you. Okay. And can other people? So obviously in a security mission you can get probed down and people could turn up in it. Can you get probed down in an abyssal? So could you still get probed down and ganked?
Warp drive active.
Not inside. People could gank you when you leave it. It leaves a trace behind when you enter. Okay, good to know. I just because, like, I mean, you can get ganked anywhere in Eve, right? So, just wanted to know is if you're in a timed combat loop, is there a chance people can disrupt that timed combat? But it appears not, so that's a good start.
Warp drive active.
There you go. We're nearly at 6 million now, so that's right. Yeah, like I said, I definitely... Well, I need to do 5 abyssals anyway to complete that part of the air career program for the Enforcer. And I need to kill 30 Triglavian enemies, so I guess we're going to have to do a few abyssals to get that done. Because when you look at that, not that, the career program, you get these career points on the bottom. There's some great things like 50,000 skill points there. 75, 100,000 and 125,000, and that's just on the free to play. So we're going to need to do that to pick all that stuff up. So it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of bad guys here. You need to approach Fire Cloud. Pull out immediately upon contact with the enemy. Okay, that kind of makes sense because there's a lot of shit here. Oh, we're done.
Warp drive active.
I was looking at all the enemies going, holy shit. So you did the math. You currently fill an 8k of ore in 14.5 minutes. And the minerals sell for 650k, so that's 2.6 mil an hour. So you're doing double what I'm doing with level 1 missions.
Warp drive active.
Interesting. Yeah, I just found that one out. That's really cool, by the way. Again, quality of life shit in this game that's now been put in. Oh my god. Stuff I guess a lot of people just don't appreciate now, but for someone coming back to the game, it's like, after so long, having stuff like that's amazing. And it's fairly tidy in how it's been done. It's not like cluttering your screen too much. Alright, last mission of the 5. This is 5 of 5. We need a political envoy. Okay. Oh, and we got rewards to claim here. Let's claim that. And I need to do this. Let's just track that one. There we go, 6 million. We picked up, what do we get now? Diplomacy. I can inject that one. Okay. We've got another book. Get into a T1 venture and do home fronts with a group and earn 15 mil every 10 minutes. Group requires... oh, I need the cargo. Hang on. Stop. Where's the cargo? There we go. Nice, that was lucky. Nice warning message. I like it. So, appreciate the suggestion, Megatar, but when I stream, in particular, I stream solo. And I know that Eve is not a solo game, really. It's an MMO. Which is why I'm doing the new player experience on the stream and stuff. But, yeah, I stream solo. And the aim of this is, like, as well, is if you're a new player and you're playing the game, when you first start the game, there's a good chance you might well be solo for the first few hours of the game. There's no such thing as friends in Eve. I guess it depends if you're real life mates with somebody that brings you into the game, but in principle, like, you know, a lot of people that are going to play the game at the beginning are not going to have any friends, they're not going to be in a corp. So I'm just trying to do that initial bit where we see what does it look like for someone in their first, I don't know, 10 hours of the game or whatever it is, 20 hours of the game.
Drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I mean, when I played Eve back in the day, like, yeah, 70, well, actually that person left before me, so it would have been nearly 20 years ago. I knew the person in real life. There was a guy who I was playing with who was, like, lived a few roads down from where I lived. So, we were friends for quite a while. Cool, so we have now finished... talk to a security agent to complete the mission. Oh yeah, shit, we gotta go back to the thing. Where are we? We're in... yeah, okay, we need to go back to here. Is that right? Have we... Did we complete the mission? Yeah, must have. That was kind of a weird mission. It wasn't quite that clear to start with, but yeah, it looks like we have completed the mission. Cool. Dock.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, cool. There we go. So, let's have a look. Where do we get to? So we're at 1.07 with Amarr Navy. But, on that note, I think we're going to wrap it up here for the evening. We are going to be playing more EVE offline, as in off stream, and that will be uploaded to the playthrough series that's on YouTube. We've been playing a lot of MechWarrior 5 over the last couple of weeks. So tomorrow, I think we're going to begin. So the plan is to do quite a long stream tomorrow. And I think tomorrow we're going to start our No Man's Sky playthrough. And then we'll alternate that with MechWarrior. So I think we'll play MechWarrior 5 on Sunday. I say there will be more EVE Online stuff, but I'll probably be playing most of that offline, recording it as I'm playing, and then it'll be uploaded onto the YouTube channel as part of the playthrough series. But that's the current plan, and if I get a time when I'm like playing the game like I am now, and like I was tonight, like I wasn't planning on playing EVE tonight, but it was like I'm playing the game, let's just stream. So there might be the odd stream here and there of EVE, but predominantly it's going to be done offline. The feedback I had is not many people like to watch just doing the same old security missions over and over and over, which is what I'm doing to grind money, right? So that was some of the feedback I had, that wasn't that fun to watch for a long time. So doing a 5, 6, 8 hour stream of that is not that fun. Apparently, that's the feedback I got. But the plan to say, No Man's Sky tomorrow, long stream. Sunday, MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, long stream, and then that will be alternating throughout the week. We're keeping our eye out for the release date of Satisfactory 1.2, Planet Crafter 2.0, and the DLC for MechWarrior. And then, of course, Subnautica 2 coming in May. So that's still a way off, though I've heard recently that might get pushed back. So, but yeah, lots to come. Lots of games still to play. And I'm not done with EVE. So we are continuing to play it. It's just, like I say, the feedback I got was it's not that fun to watch people just doing the same old PvE missions over and over and over. So there you go. But thanks all for watching. I appreciate you spending some of your time here with me. You are spending some of your life here watching me, and I really appreciate that and appreciate the support. So I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. But for now, you've been watching The Ghost Owl. Have a good night.